Hi everybody and welcome back to Harry's Music Room. This video is for Rachel's Ghost Beatles Vinyl Tag 2024. So let's see. The first one was show the Beatles album that you have the most copies of. And for me, that would be Yesterday and Today. This is a 60s, probably 60, it's probably 66, maybe early 67 when they went with this Gold Record Award. And then, of course, I have what's known as the Butcher cover. And right here you can see Ringo's sweater, the dark V. But so this is a second state Butcher cover, and then I have a photocopy of the recall letter from Capitol Records telling everybody to send it back. And then the original cover, before it got returned, looked like this, and this is a bootleg. But that's what the original cover was. About 750,000 copies were sent out. And then when they got them back, oh, that was the mono, and then the very rare stereo version of the Butcher cover. So when they got the records back, they had a couple of ideas on how they were going to cover them. And one was this, and this is a mock cover, a mock-up of what it would have looked like. And I believe this is the one that they used for the 8-track. And then this is another Yesterday and Today mock-up cover. And then, of course, my Butcher cover that I've partially peeled. So I have more Yesterdays and Todays than any other Beatle record. Next, she wanted us to show a bootleg. Well, I'm going to show this bootleg. This is sealed. And this is another Yesterday and Today. It's a 12-inch picture disc. And this was originally made and sold at Beatle Fest one year. I think they did 500 of them, is what I was told. So that's yet another Yesterday and Today. And then, what was the last Beatles album that we bought? Well, for me, I bought the reissue of the red and blue, and this is on red and blue color vinyl. So this was my last or most recent purchase of a Beatles album. Next, she wants us to show our favorite solo artist solo release. Although John Lennon is my favorite Beatle, at one time I would have said Plastic Ono Band would be my favorite solo release. But quite honestly, for me, that album hasn't aged real well. I still love it, but for me, the album that I would say is the one I would go to is Wings Wildlife. I just love this album. And it's in, this one's in open shrink wrap with the hype sticker. And it's just such a good record. It doesn't get the credit it deserves at all. And then next, show a record that's not from the US or the UK. And I'm going to go with, I think this was 1980. No, I think this might have been 1968. German pressing, The World's Best compilation. I'd have to look it up, but I think it was 68. And the label on this one So if you know what year it was, go ahead and leave me a comment and let me know. And then next, show a 7-inch record, single or EP. So I chose the Let It Be Naked Fly on the Wall EP. And this has literally what it says, Fly on the Wall. You're going to listen to the Beatles discussions in between the recording of the music. And you just hear them talking. And much like what you heard in the Peter Jackson Get Back special, really. But this was a bonus that came with the Let It Be Naked 12-inch release. And then show a Beatles cover record. Well, I couldn't just show one. I couldn't do that. So I've got a few of them here. First off, we've got George Martin off the Beatle track, doing instrumental versions of the Beatles songs. We've got Stars on Long Play, which is all of side 1, non-stop Beatle medley. This was quite the rage when it came out. Everybody was buying this. I can still remember when I bought my original one. Beatle barkers. Yes, we have dogs doing I Want to Hold Your Hand, Obla-dee Blah-da, Paperback Writer. But do they do it? No. You would think they do Hey Bulldog, but no. No. Come on, use your imagination. Smithereens, the B-sides. B-sides of the Beatles. Chet Atkins, Picks on the Beatles. Beatles songs. These are all, they're not really Beatle covers, but they're Beatle songs about the Beatles. Novelty songs. And then last, George Martin and his orchestra play Help and other instrumental versions of the Beatles. And the next question was, show a record where one of the Beatles was a guest star on it. And I'm going to go with Steve Miller Band, Brave New World. This has the song, what was it called? Dark Hour. There it is. So while they were recording what was going to end up being the Let It Be and partially Abbey Road, somewhere in between there, Paul was gone. He wasn't recording. I don't know what the deal was, but he ended up at a studio where Steve Miller was and played drums. No, he played bass on he played drums on My Dark Hour. And if you haven't heard it, it's a really good song. So check out My Dark Hour by Steve Miller Band. And then also, what was our favorite album that Giles Martin did? And for me, I absolutely love Love. I saw the Cirque du Soleil show in Vegas. It was incredible. Absolutely amazing. I love what they did with the sound on this, how they mixed it, how they morphed songs together, and it's just great. I love it. And then lastly, show a Beatle non-vinyl thing that you have. And for me, it's I have that bass drum there, the Black Pearl, was it Black Oyster Pearl? Ludwig. That's an original Ludwig drum that a local guy made. All the hardware is correct. It's really nice. I bought it at a local guitar show, and then you see I got some lava lamp and big old photo on the wall there. Got a cookie jar. So that's my entry for the Beatles vinyl tag 2024. sponsored originally by Rachel's Ghost. I'll leave the link below. Thank you for watching. Much appreciated. And until next time, ciao.